I just got back from driving the new 2024 Subaru Impreza. But before I left for that trip, I asked you all what you wanted to know about the car. Now, I've got your answers. I want to know if it's a more fun car to drive than the outgoing model. Does it still have any of that racing pedigree left, or is it just a small crossover wannabe? Does it have any modding hot hatch potential, since the US market doesn't have a WRX hatch available to it? Kind of. It's fun to drive in a slow car fast way, if you can get the transmission to do what you want, which is questionable. It's only available with a CVT, and the CVT is not super sporty. Even in the sportiest drive mode, even with the manual shifters on the column, it's not going to keep the revs super high, it's not going to blast its way out of a corner. But the suspension is actually pretty fun. It teeters side to side, but so does an early Miata, and we all love how those give us the sensation of speed without making us actually speed. So in that way, it is enjoyable to drive. Reusable is the rear hatch space, and I think this means how quiet is it? The rear hatch is very usable. It's a lot of space. The tester I had one of those privacy shields running through it, but if you were to take that out, you'd have more than enough room to move in it, if you're like me and don't have much furniture to move. But the interior of the car is reasonably quiet. A lot of the CVT noise from previous years is gone, but you do get a surprising amount of tire noise under the cabin. Is the CVT refined or new? The CVTs in the past had catastrophic failure, pushing a lot of Subaru owners away from the brand. I can't speak to the long-term reliability of the CVT, but I can say it's been modified for the new car. It is quieter, it does shift a little bit differently, but I didn't get to drive it for 10 years and 100,000 miles, so I'm not sure how it will hold up in the long term. Is there a manual transmission? No, and it doesn't sound like Subaru plans to offer one in really anything but the BRZ and the WRX at this point. Those are your questions. I hope I got you some good answers. Of course, to read the full review, check out jalopnik.com.